A very good evening to everyone present here. It is truly a matter of immense pride and joy for me to welcome you all to this very insightful 103rd online interactive session, which is also the 77 Leadership Development Program by Corporate Mentor at DSPS. I extend my heartfelt greetings to our esteemed honorable guest speaker for the day, Mr. Atul Saini, sir, respected Honorable Chairman Professor B.P. Singh, sir, in absentia, Honorable Senior Professor Dr. Ajay Kumar Singh, sir, Honorable Director of the College Professor Dr. Mahesh Sharma, sir, respected Registrar Dr. R.S. Singh, sir, respected faculty members, and my dear fellow students. I, Shravasti, a proud student of BBA batch 2024-25 to 29 at DSPSR, feel deeply honored to stand before you today. DSPSR has always been committed to academic excellence, industry integration, and holistic student development. And today's session is another wonderful step in this direction. To commence this session on an auspicious note, let us now take part in the symbolic ritual of lighting the virtual lamp. This act represents the removal of darkness and the ushering in of wisdom and enlightenment. May this flame of knowledge guide us toward clarity, confidence, and success in the days ahead. Now, I kindly request Arun sir to play the virtual lamp lighting video.
वक्रतुण्ड महाकाय सूर्यकोटिसमप्रभ निर्विघ्नं कुरु मे देव सर्वकार्येषु सर्वदा शुभं भवतु कल्याणम् आरोग्यं सुखसम्पदा शत्रुबुद्धिविनाशाय दीपज्योतिर्नमोऽस्तु ते।
It is my great honor to welcome my distinguished speaker for today, Mr. Atul Saini, sir. Sir is the founder and CEO of the T3 Group of Companies, a pioneer in education technology and wellness solutions. A computer science graduate, he began his career in the telecom sector with Noika, Alcatel, and Huawei before dedicating his life to transforming education and society. Through T3, he started SmartSpeak, India's leading talking books technology, empowering thousands of preschools and families across 9 countries. His innovations also include multilingual language tools, spiritual products like the world's first talking Bhagavad Gita, Ramayana, and Hanuman Chalisa, blending technology with tradition. He's also building new age learning platforms like Zentora, aligned with NEP 2020 and NIPUN Bharat, and Super Learning Super Child, nurturing holistic development. Expanding into wellness, he launched Nibhachi, a brand focused on wisdom based products and holistic wellness centers. Beyond entrepreneurship, Sir has been an art of living faculty for over 20 years, conducting leadership and meditation workshops worldwide. He is also the author of Early Learning Facts and passionate advocate for rebuilding India's education system from its roots. So, your journey from humble beginnings to becoming a global innovator and thought leader is truly inspiring. On behalf of DSPSR, I warmly welcome you, Mr. Atul Saini, sir, and we eagerly look forward to your wisdom and insights in today's session. We are equally privileged to have as our moderator today Ms. Priya Goyal, a dedicated BCom honors student, batch 2023 to 2026 at DSPSR. She is a committed learner with strong communication and analytic skills with a keen interest in business and management. Her role today as a moderator reflects DSPSR's spirit of empowering students to lead, engage, and grow through such interactive platforms. On behalf of DSPSR, I warmly welcome you, Ms. Priya, and we are delighted to have you moderate today's session. Thank you.
Okay. Thank you so much for the warm welcome, Mr. Shravasti. It is our privilege to welcome you, Mr. Atul Saini, sir, to the 103rd online interactive session. We are truly honored to have you with us today. I am certain that your insights will make this session not only highly engaging for the students, but also enriching for everyone present here. To make this session more interactive and beneficial for our students, I would now like to ask Sir some questions focused on student development and career growth and opportunity. So, shall I start, sir?
Yes, yes, sure.
Yes, sir. So my first question is, um, sir, could you share with us what inspired you to start the T-Third group of companies after working with leading telecom giants like Nokia, Alcatel, and Huawei?
See, T3 inspiration come from T3 itself. If you see, the T3 name comes from transformation through technology. I always wanted to bring transformation. I wanted to contribute to the country growth or the development of India through some kind of transformation which I can bring on my personal level. I was working in corporates. Initial 12 years, it was like, learning a lot, implementing the technology part and creating telecom products. But, after 12 years in a corporate, when you get into a routine, you think, okay, let me do something more productive or which can contribute on a larger space and create some impact. So one day, this thought came to my mind that being a technology person, I should do something in technology and bring some transformation with it. So this name came in my mind. This T3 transformation through technology itself become the inspiration to start this. Something relate. I was having no idea what kind of thing or what technology I need to bring, but yes, this transformation through technology itself created that inspiration to start, that to break that journey and start something new from there.
Yes, sir. Okay, sir. My next question is to you that, sir, how did your early experiences in the telecom industry shape your journey as an entrepreneur in education technology?
Uh, See, I have been a hardcore developer in my initial phases of career. Hardcore programmer रहा हूँ मैं. मतलब telecom product, actually it's not very simple to design. Telecom product require a lot of key skills because it is highly technologically advanced product what we create in telecom. So I was into development of core network product, which is basically taking care of कॉल राउटिंग. जैसे क्या है ना, आप लोग मोबाइल पे फोन डायल कर देते हैं एंड यू डोंट नो वेयर द, आप तो नाम देख के कॉल करते हैं, बट इन द बैक एंड देयर इज ए हार्डवेयर, स्पेसिफिक हार्डवेयर वेयर वी हैव स्पेसिफिक software which is deciding where to route this call and how to connect to the distant person. So this is very detailed and sophisticated work which I was contributing my skill in the initial years. So during this process of early product development, it definitely helped me in my entrepreneurial journey because I had a fair idea of developing a product, and was having an idea कि product को कैसे बना के कैसे उसको gradually we improve so that it can create impact and it can become better. So that definitely helped me.
Okay, sir. My next question is to you that Smart Speak is a revolutionary concept. So, what was the biggest challenge you faced while introducing talking books in India?
I think it's it's something which initially was a challenge for me also, because when you introduce something new, some concept, overall it was a new concept for the India, you know
Yes, sir.
and very innovative. Normal paper printed books, it is speaking to the child, it is speaking to the student. So if you go and show that, initially what happened, when I developed the first prototype, I went to few schools, shown the product, everybody liked it. I shown it to the parents, everybody liked it. I did not find even a single person on this earth who did not like the product. But nobody was you know, nobody was clear why they should buy it, because I was not coming from that background of selling, marketing, and all. For me, developing a product itself was like, okay, I did the business. For me, business was developing product only. So that is the challenge I faced, how to introduce it. Later on, when I learned few things, okay, how to market a particular product, how to position, then it became little easy. Since it was a new concept, people were not aware about what kind of benefit it can give to them. So it took some time to understand the product, to identify the benefit out of it for different segments. Like there are different product benefit for this for schools, the different benefit for the parents. So gradually it happened. But yes, initially I faced a lot of challenge to make people understand about the benefit. Mm.
Right. So my next question is to Sir. Smart Speak is now being used in thousands of preschool across 9 countries. So what do you think make it is so impactful and successful globally?
Actually, if you see our market for Smart Speak is primarily for the early learning, and and specifically the preschool segment. So we are catering to a lot of chain of schools in India, which are, the leading chain of schools in India. Also to individual preschools who are, local individual preschools run by a woman entrepreneur who is enthusiastic mostly to bring that
Yes, sir.
early learning. Mhm. So this for the preschool segment is important. So this for the early learning domain has multiple benefit that cannot be matched by any other technology. Like it is very easy to use and other benefits. So that made me helped us to do that.
Okay, sir. My next question is to Sir. Um, Sir, how do you see technology changing the way early education is delivered in the coming decade?
Uh, Technology nowadays is very after coming, this artificial intelligence technology is taking a different shape. This is what I can see. So early education would definitely be there because it gives the foundation to the child. So it's not going to go anywhere. And specifically, if talk about Smart Speak, I see it would be contributing to kids' learning because we do not want kids to watch too much of screen time. So this technology is screen free. The Smart Speak books and reader technologies comes without screen. So this is one of the biggest advantage which I see will continue going with the early learning domain.
Yes, sir. Right, sir. Sir, next question is, could you tell us about Zentora and how it aligns with India's NEP 2020 and NIPUN Bharat mission?
See, Nipun Bharat and NEP 2020 is great policies by the government which um, are created to bring the learning transformation across India. And what I see, as as long as we see that the policies are good, but there are a lot of gaps in the implementation, है ना? पॉलिसी बन जाती हैं, बहुत डिटेल में बनती हैं और काफी इफेक्टिव भी हैं वो, बट जब हम बात
Yes.
करते हैं ग्रास रूट इम्प्लीमेंटेशन की, लाइक how it is being implemented in the grassroots level to the lower level, I see there is a lot of gap there. Lot of gap there. Sometime, if I talk about early learning space in government scenario, for example, in Anganwadi and other
Right.
areas, the right tool is missing. There is one lady in an Anganwadi who is responsible for learning, who is responsible for their nutrition, who is responsible for taking care of other kids related things. So right tool like Zentora can really add a lot of value in Anganwadi development, specifically in early learning segment. You know, early learning is important because that is the time where the kids get a foundation to the learning. So that
Right,
should
sir.
not be missed. And that gap can easily be filled by Zentora.
Right. So my next question is, what role do you think technology can play in bridging learning gaps for children in rural India?
Definitely, see, rural area has different challenges. For example, if you go in a remote area, like myself comes from a rural background, I born and brought up in a village, and faced multiple challenges. One is infrastructure related, another one is environment related. For example, there is no infrastructure at that time. In my time, there was very less infrastructure. I used to travel 2.5 hours one side to just, get for a good schooling. The best government school of our area was taking me 2 hours for one side to travel. That was the infrastructure related issues. And second is the environment. If you don't get into environment, is something which plays a lot of role in the development of any person. If you get into a good environment, you automatically grows with the people, with the association, right? So both the challenges I see exist. Although with the technology, with the internet and other things, they have reduced, but still I see a lot of challenges are still there.
So what do you think? Environment is an important part for the education.
Pardon, can you say it again?
Sir, I am asking to you that what do you think? Environment is the important part for education.
Yes. See, if I talk about early learning, it is very, very important. When we talk about early learning, it is very, very important. Why? Because a small child, 2 to 6 years or early 5 years, the child brain is developing at a very fast rate. When a child gets born, the brain development in the first 5 years, the formative years, is very, very fast. 90% of the brain get developed by the age of 6 years. This is a study from Harvard. So 6 साल में बच्चे का अगर 90% ब्रेन डेवलप हो गया, तो वो लर्निंग जो हो रही होती है वो एनवायरनमेंट से ही हो रही होती है. एंड वी ऑल लर्न थ्रू आवर सेंसेस, राइट? We learn by seeing or listening or by activity. बच्चा खेल के, देख के, सुन के ही सीखता है. एवरीबडी लर्न लाइक दैट. बट
Sir.
बच्चा उस टाइम पे जब 6 साल की उम्र में, उसका ब्रेन एक तो डेवलप हो रहा होता है, दूसरा बहुत एक्टिव रहता है, राइट? तो
Right,
वट
sir.
एवर ही इज ऑब्जर्विंग फ्रॉम द एनवायरमेंट, वो जो देख रहा है, जो सुन रहा है, हम्म, वो वही
Yes,
सीखना होता है.
right, sir.
And the environment plays a very, very big role for the early learning. If we talk about early learning, it it definitely creates a big impact.
Okay, sir. Sir, so my next question is, as the creator of the world's first talking Bhagavad Gita, Ramayana, and Hanuman Chalisa, how do you balance technology with cultural and spiritual values?
Uh, See, spirituality is an integral part of our existence
Right,
actually. But the fast-paced world, people are thinking that spirituality is different and whatever I'm doing is different. So I don't think there is a need of balance. We just need to understand it's just an integral part of our existence. Then balance will automatically happens. If you see
right,
it differently, for example, if you see spirituality is different and my regular work is different, no, it's not like that. The mind is, we are made up of both matter and spirit or the energy, right? If
right,
you see from a modern perspective, from a modern uh, physics perspective also. Mind and matters is making, sorry, matter and energy make some anything, right? तो जब हम मैटर और स्पिरिट दोनों से बने हैं तो हाउ कैन वी differentiate the energy part or the spirit part and focus on only the matter part? This is what
Right.
is happening, and because of this lot of problems are there which is not visible. So once we understand it, then balance will automatically happens, and this is what Bhagavad Gita teaches, right? It's all about that. Yeah.
Right. Okay, sir. My next question is to you that, sir, in your view, how important is it for educational tools to be multilingual, especially in a country as diverse as India?
Very important. This is the main focus of NEP 2020. NEP, one of the key focus of NEP 2020 is you should teach the child into their mother tongue. Mother tongue is being focused again and again in NEP 2020 framework. Mother tongue is, so that's why multilingual. For example, any curriculum you make, it should be into multiple languages so that people can relate with it more. It again related to your initial formation of your learning patterns. For example, अब देखो एक छोटा बच्चा होता है, अगर पंजाबी के घर में पैदा होता है तो पंजाबी बोलता है, तमिल
Right,
के
sir.
घर में पैदा होता है तो तमिल बोलता है। क्यों? क्योंकि वो जो देख रहा है, सुन रहा है, रिपीट कर रहा है, वही उसका ब्रेन का फॉर्मेशन हो जाता है, एंड दैट क्रिएट द फाउंडेशन ऑफ लर्निंग फॉर दैट चाइल्ड। So early formative years, 2 to 8 years, are actually deep rooted and is related to the overall journey of life for that particular person. Yeah, so multilingual is being emphasized by NEP 2020 also.
So, right, sir. My
प्रिया
sir,
एक बात
next
बताइए।
question.
प्रिया एक बात बताइए। मान
Yes,
लीजिए
sir.
इसी बात पे रुकते हैं, मल्टीलिंगुअल एजुकेशन पे। अब क्लास 8th है, जिसमें 5 बच्चे तमिल हैं, 5 बच्चे पंजाबी हैं, 5 बच्चे सिंधी हैं, 5 बच्चे गुजराती हैं, 5 बच्चे यूपी के हैं। सबको अपनी अपनी लैंग्वेज में एजुकेशन चाहिए,
Right, sir.
तो कैसे होगा?
Sir, teachers को जो बच्चों को जो लैंग्वेज उनको चाहिए, we have to provide that subject teacher to
कॉस्ट ऑफ
students.
एजुकेशन कहाँ पहुंच जाएगी? स्कूल
Sorry,
तो
sir.
स्कूल चैरिटी के लिए तो चलता नहीं है, प्रॉफिट कमाने के लिए चलता है। कॉस्ट ऑफ
Right.
एजुकेशन कहाँ पहुंच जाएगी? साइंस का तमिल टीचर, साइंस का पंजाबी टीचर, साइंस का गुजराती टीचर, साइंस का कश्मीरी टीचर, कैसे होगा? क्या कॉस्ट होगी? कि स्कूल तो अल्टीमेटली
ये
निकालेगा
जो
बच्चों से
है
ना।
ना, वो क्लस्टरिंग का एक कॉन्सेप्ट है।
अरे चुप क्यों हो गए, बताइए ना।
मेरी आवाज आ रही है?
आ रही है, आ रही है, आ
Yes,
रही
sir.
है।
एक क्लस्टरिंग ऑफ स्कूल्स का कॉन्सेप्ट है। इवन कॉलेजेस में भी, जैसे डीयू के कॉलेजेस हैं, बहुत सारी ऑप्शंस अगर हैं तो हर कॉलेज हर ऑप्शन नहीं दे सकते। तो आसपास के जो कॉलेज है वहाँ पे वो बच्चा उस सब्जेक्ट को जाके पढ़ सकता है। तो ये क्लस्टरिंग ऑफ इंस्टीट्यूशंस का कॉन्सेप्ट है। टाइम टेबल उसी हिसाब से एडजस्ट किया जाता है कि वो वाला सब्जेक्ट जो उस पर्टिकुलर ग्रुप में ऑप्ट करने की ऑप्शन होती है, ओपन इलेक्टिव जिसको बोलते हैं हमारे, वो वहाँ पे जाके उसको कर सकता है। तो जैसे इकोनॉमिक्स डिपार्टमेंट वाले कॉमर्स डिपार्टमेंट में आके एक्सेल का वो सीखते हैं जो है। हाँ, तो ये इंटर डिपार्टमेंट, इंटर कॉलेजेस और स्कूल्स में भी मॉडल अपनाया गया है। तो ऐसा फिजिबिलिटी उसकी निकाली गई है, हाउ टू डू इट। एक स्कूल सब कुछ कर सकता है, लेकिन सबको मिला के सब कुछ किया जाए।
और टेक्नोलॉजी को यूज कर सकते हैं। टेक्नोलॉजी ऑफर ए लॉट ऑफ सॉल्यूशन नाउ इट इज, है ना। आजकल तो अभी आप देखोगे जो लेटेस्ट गूगल पिक्सल फोन है उसमें वो लाइव ट्रांसलेशन कर रहा है एआई को यूज करके. फॉर एग्जांपल, इफ यू वांट टू स्पीक टू ए चाइनीज पर्सन, you are
Yes.
speaking in Hindi, it will translate live call into Chinese. And
कौन
if
सा
the
टूल है अतुल
Chinese
वो?
person, if Chinese person will speak in Chinese, वो आपकी वॉइस में उसको एआई वॉइस बना के उसको चाइनीज में बोल के बताएगा, और चाइनीज की वॉइस में आपको हिंदी में बोल के आपको ट्रांसलेट करेगा.
उस एआई टूल का नाम क्या है अतुल?
ये गूगल का पिक्सल, गूगल का जो फोन आता है ना, नया फोन जो आ रहा है, पिक्सल 3 है, पता नहीं कौन सा है. तो टेक्नोलॉजी तो वहां पर पहुंच चुकी है आजकल. आजकल एयरपोर्ट आ गए, आप लगा दो, आप बोलो, वो लाइव आपको ट्रांसलेशन सुनेगा उसका. बट दिस इज समथिंग न्यू. आई यस्टरडे ओनली आई केम टू नो कि गूगल हैज लॉन्च्ड ए फोन जहां पर आप लाइव कॉल को ट्रांसलेट करके आपको फोन पे, तो प्रॉब्लम सॉल्व हो गई, है ना.
देखिए, मेरा मेरा क्या मानना है अतुल जी, जस्ट ए थॉट।
हम्म.
मैंने अपनी पूरी एजुकेशन बीटेक बीटेक तमिल में की।
हाँ.
उसके बाद मेरे को नासा में अप्लाई करने के लिए ट्रांसलेटर यूज करना पड़ रहा है।
हम्म.
इट्स लाइक वॉचिंग ए साउथ इंडियन मूवी इन हिंदी, बिकॉज द वे दे स्पीक तमिल, दे कन्वर्ट दैट तमिल इनटू हिंदी, बट दैट हिंदी इज नॉट द हिंदी विच वी स्पीक।
हम्म.
क्योंकि साउथ इंडियन मूवी में हिंदी में कितने भी डब कर लो, वो बात ही नहीं होती जो नजाकत नसरुद्दीन शाह की हिंदी की मूवी में होती है।
हम्म.
ये सारे डिफरेंसेस कभी मिटाए नहीं जा सकते। हाँ, ये मैं मानता हूँ कि नेशन की अपनी एक लैंग्वेज होनी चाहिए, जैसे हमारी, जैसे जापान है, देयर एवरीथिंग इज इन जापानीज। चाइना है,
हम्म.
एवरीथिंग इज इन मैंडरिन। इंडिया का भी हिंदी में हो सकता है, यहाँ तक तो संभव है।
हम्म.
अब इंडिया में 29 स्टेट्स हैं, 29 स्टेट्स के आसाम की अलग लैंग्वेज है। ट्रांसलेट करने का मतलब है उनकी, द वे असमीज स्पीक, द वे असमीज सेंटेंसेस आर फ्रेम्ड, द वे दे आर एक्सप्रेस्ड, जो नाजुक चीजें बोली जाती हैं उस लैंग्वेज में, वो भाव ही अलग है जब हम उसको कंपेयर करते हैं किसी और भाषा से। तमिल में बिल्कुल अलग भाव होता है, वो भाव नहीं लाया जा सकता किसी भी एआई से। तो साउथ इंडियन मूवी आप किसी की भी देख लीजिए, हिंदी में जो डब होती है, आपके अंदर वो ये ना, पेट भरता करके खाने से।
नहीं, प्रश्न क्या है आपका? मतलब मल्टीलिंगुअल नहीं होना चाहिए, ये है.
नहीं होना चाहिए, बट ऐसा नहीं होना चाहिए कि अ, मेरी मर्जी है तो मल्टीलिंगुअल। कोई
नहीं.
अगर स्पेशल कॉज है तो
हाँ, तो
समझ आता है।
एक्चुअली बिल्कुल, अगर थोड़ा सा मैं यहाँ पर अपना व्यू पॉइंट शेयर कर दे रहा हूँ. व्हेन वी टॉक अबाउट मल्टीलिंगुअल, इट इज व्हाट दे आर सेइंग, एनी लर्निंग थिंग शुड बी अवेलेबल इन मल्टीलिंगुअल फॉर्मेट. जैसे एनसीईआरटी है, एनसीईआरटी की किताबें अलग अलग भाषाओं में आती हैं. उसके पीछे रीजन क्या है? सपोज जैसे मैंने बताया कि तमिल का बच्चा जो अपनी फैमिली में तमिल को सीखा है, क्योंकि उसकी जो अर्ली लर्निंग फॉर्मेशन, जो अर्ली ब्रेन फॉर्मेशन हुआ है, वो तमिल उसमें सेट हो गई है. मैंने अर्ली लर्निंग में ब्रेन फॉर्मेशन जब मैं बात करता हूँ, तो इट इज अबाउट उनकी ब्रेन की वायरिंग तमिल में एस्टेब्लिश्ड है. तो वो किसी भी चीज को मच फास्टर उसको अप्रीहेंड करेगा, रादर देन वो एक ट्रांसलेटेड फॉर्म में आएगी. तो इसलिए मल्टीलिंगुअल की इंपॉर्टेंस को बताया गया है ना. और उससे फिर उसका मतलब ये नहीं है कि भाई हम खिचड़ी बनाए कि भाई एक ही क्लास में 4 बच्चे तमिल के, 4 बच्चे बंगाली बैठे हैं. नो, इट इज नॉट लाइक दैट. इट इज जस्ट टू उनको एक सपोर्ट करने के लिए कि फॉर एग्जाम्पल, इफ दे थिंक इन तमिल, एंड इफ द concept or the learning is coming to them in Tamil, they would be able to receive it in a much better manner. That was the intent actually.
How will they adjust in the real world after they complete their education?
Huh? No, of course, one common language should be there. And it is there. English being one common language which we speak. But the the moment
For comprehension, you are saying that
the
option must be
moment
there
you
in home
comprehend in
language.
your language, then you can translate into English and
That
make
makes
it
sense.
make it a common language for communicating to
Three
anyone.
language formula. Three language formula is there as per NEP 2020. So
Correct.
One could be English, which is for job and all that. One could be a native language, mother tongue, and one could be whatever local, like in Tamil Nadu, people will study Tamil and Karnataka will Kannada, and like that. So the three language formula is there, and there is a robo that has been made in Kerala who can teach from class 1 to 12 any subject, and it could be probably in the multilingual also mode. So that is another dimension to what technology Atul Saini was talking about. So that is the technology dimension which I was reminded of when he was giving examples of technology. And there's another aspect of this. For say higher education, we have Swayam portal and such other MOOCs platform which the government has recognized. 40% of the credit one can earn while he is doing the regular course from the MOOCs platform, which is recognized by the government of India, like Swayam and all that. So that is another technology dimension for giving flexibility to the students to earn the degree. There are a lot of things which are going on.
एसेंस वही है कि भाई मदर टंग में हम सोचते हैं, मदर टंग में हम विजुलाइज करते हैं, तो दैट तो जो क्रिएटिविटी का लेवल है वो एक अलग लेवल पे जाता है. तो दैट इज द एसेंस. बाकी तो हम समझ ही गए हैं जो हम कहना चाह रहे हैं.
Okay, sir. So my next question is to you that, sir, how can parents and educators use your products to ensure holistic development in children beyond academics?
तो मेरे को याद आ गया, जैसे हमारा अगर एक फ्लैगशिप प्रोडक्ट है टॉकिंग भगवत गीता. इफ यू सी दैट इज अवेलेबल इन 19 डिफरेंट लैंग्वेजेस. आप भगवत गीता के हर श्लोक को अपनी भाषा में सुन सकते हैं, उसको समझ सकते हैं. तो सपोज कोई बंगाली जब उसको मैं दिखाता हूँ, कभी उसको बंगाली में जब सुनता है ना, तो उसका स्माइल है ना, वो दिल से आती है निकल के. तो ये एक फर्क पड़ता है मल्टीलिंगुअल का. ये मैं पुराने क्वेश्चन को ही अभी कंटिन्यू कर रहा हूँ. या बाकी एज जो आपका नया क्वेश्चन है, इस व्हाट इज दैट, लाइक पेरेंट्स हाउ
How
कैन दे
can
यूज इट, राइट?
parents and educators use your products to ensure holistic development in children beyond academics?
Correct. So, like, I have different products for early learning, for holistic learning. Maybe we have spiritual products also. They can use it. Like talking Bhagavad Gita, they can use. Apart from academic, they can use storytelling books, which create strong moral foundation in the kids. Educator, it's a great teaching aid for them. You know, it the device, the reader, when you touch on the book, it speak out, right? So the key challenge of an educator is repetition. And there are different category of different type of learner as a child. If you talk about early learning, बच्चे होते हैं, कुछ होते हैं बड़े शार्प माइंडेड होते हैं, उनको एक बार बताओ समझ जाते हैं. कुछ होते हैं उनको बार बार बताना पड़ता है, उनको
Right.
रिपीटिशन चाहिए. इसका मतलब वो नहीं, ये नहीं है कि वो बच्चे उनसे किसी चीज में कम है, नहीं. यूजुअली हमारी सोसाइटी में क्या होता है, उसको कई बार समझते नहीं. जैसे तारे जमीन पर आपने देखी होगी, हम उस बच्चे के
Right.
पोटेंशियल को समझ नहीं पाते कि प्रॉब्लम या चैलेंज कहाँ पर है. भाई दो
Yes.
तरह के लर्नर हैं. एक है जो रिपीटिशन चाहिए, एक है जिसको रिपीटिशन नहीं चाहिए. अगेन ये भी ब्रेन फॉर्मेशन और ब्रेन के अंदर जो सर्किट फॉर्मेशन है, जिसको न्यूरॉन्स बोलते हैं, वो सर्किट फॉर्मेशन से रिलेटेड है. जितना रिपीट करते हैं ना 2 से 6 साल के बीच में, बच्चे जितना रिपीट करते हैं उतना उनका ब्रेन फॉर्मेशन स्ट्रॉन्ग होता है, वो सर्किट फॉर्मेशन स्ट्रॉन्ग होता है. कॉन्सेप्ट एकदम उनके मतलब जहन में उतर जाता है. So this is how parents can get benefited with our product. At the same time, educator can use it as a teaching aid. It's a great teaching aid for educators. They can give the homework, kids can use and listen to stories at home, and it helps them build their moral character, because the more moral stories they will listen and play, कॉग्निशन
Right.
डेवलपमेंट होता है बच्चे का. तो इस तरह से वो यूज कर सकते हैं उसको.
Okay, sir. So my next question is to you. What advice would you give to aspiring student entrepreneurs who want to enter the edtech industry?
EdTech industry.
So edutech, sorry, edutech
Understand.
industry.
Understand. See, any industry, whether it is edutech or any industry, my first advice is identify your niche first. Identify the problem you want to solve, and then just start as early as possible. Being a student, we think about doing something of our own. I took 12 years after my college, although my dream was to start my business when I was in college. But then I got a very good corporate offer, and then I went out, traveled a lot of countries, developing different telecom products. And it took me 12 years to come back to that desire. और होता क्या है ना, 12 साल एक बार इंडस्ट्री में चले जाओ ना, that is difficult to come back. You get into that routine, that inner desire would be there, but you won't be able to break that pattern, that
Right.
routine. Comfort हो जाता है, शादी हो गई थी मेरी तो, है ना? तो I would strongly advise start as soon as possible. Of course, take help, take mentorship, take guidance of people who are doing the things. Get your idea, crystal clear on a paper and pen. And one more very good, my personal experience is that start early, start designing or conceptualization of your idea in the early hours. 4 a.m. is the best. If you want to do something, if you want to create something which is innovative, सुबह का जो जिसको ब्रह्म मुहूर्त बोलते हैं, that is
Right.
amazing time to create something. You try doing something, try creating it those hours. Effectiveness, productivity would be 10x at that time.
Right. So, sir, my next question is, how do you personally define success? Is it financial growth, social impact, or innovation?
Success is actually your inner belief, I think. And one quote I remember and I relate most from my Gurudev Shri Ravi Shankar: success about is about your smile, which no one can take away from you. If you're
Right.
and if you relate success with all those things, I'm not saying you should. It's a very thin line. Success is a inner thing, and these are outer thing, and both are important. It's not like you should not create something outside in the world, but success is a inner thing. What I believe.
Right. So, sir, my next question is, in your opinion, what are the key qualities a 21st century entrepreneur must have to succeed?
Persistence, keeping yourself motivated because time is changing very fast. Adaptability is another quality they should have.
Yes,
Don't
sir.
get stuck. Just move out. Think about innovative ideas dealing with problem situations. Hmm? Because and rest well. If you are resting well, if you learn how to rest well, you can find ways into difficult times. It will come to you. Actually, solution is always there in any chaotic situation. Solution is always there. If you are rested within, if you are, what do I say? If you are stable inside, you would be able to see that solution. It's nothing to create something. It is nothing that you will be creating something. No. If you are
Yes,
peaceful or rested within, you would be able to see the solution within that problem.
right. Okay, sir, my next question is, How can you students of DSPSR prepare themselves today for entrepreneurial changes tomorrow?
Start as early as possible, as I said again. No, don't think that you need to prepare. You know, there is a mindset which says, okay, I will start it when I will be ready. And there is another mindset which will say, oh, I am ready, let me just start. Understand? So I would say go with the progressive approach rather than the perfectionist approach. People keep on delaying things because they think, okay, I let me be perfect and then I will start. No, I would strongly suggest you start and keep on improving on every step. That approach is required these days. Otherwise, they won't be able to start it. They would keep procrastinating it and वो दिन कभी आता नहीं है फिर. Start whatever first idea comes in your mind. Think, do your paperwork. शुरू करो. ज्यादा से ज्यादा क्या होगा? फेल हो जाएंगे. फेल क्या होगा? एक लर्निंग मिलेगी. उससे आगे बढ़ो. उसको इनोवेट करो. एंड रेडी टू फेल. अगर अगर आप लोग हम फेलियर को सेलिब्रेट करना सीख जाएंगे ना, तो फिर कोई रोकने वाला नहीं है हमें आगे.
Right.
Fear of failure is a very, very deep issue with in today's. अरे फेल हो गए, वो सुसाइड करने चल पड़ते हैं. अरे क्या हो गया? ठीक है, एक लर्निंग मिली है, उसको लेके आगे बढ़ो. तो
Right.
that mindset will always wins, take you ahead actually.
Okay, sir. Sir, next question is, what do you believe in India's biggest strength in the global education technology market?
Technology is our strength. India, everybody knows like we are good in technology, creating new things. And our cultural heritage also is a big strength. Our spirituality is also a big strength. So if you talk about global education, I strongly believe the world need spiritual education the same manner as the technical education. Because all this, war scenario, intolerance about others, all are related. The हमारा तो इंडिया में शुरू से ही है ना, वसुधैव कुटुंबकम. है ना, हम सबको अपना एक, पूरे वर्ल्ड को अपना घर मानते हैं. वसुधैव कुटुंबकम, कुटुंब मानते हैं. पूरी वसुधा मतलब पूरी पृथ्वी को अपना एक परिवार मानते हैं. इस माइंडसेट से हमारा कल्चर, हमारा हेरिटेज है. तो आई थिंक दिस इज द राइट टाइम टू गो विद द सेम थिंग नाउ.
Okay, sir. So, sir, how can we ensure that technology-driven education does not reduce human interaction and emotional bonding in learning?
How should we ensure it? See, there are both the aspect. I would say both positive and negative is there with technology. Technology, in one side, if if it is bringing the information at your fingertips, but at the same time it is creating, डिस्टेंस ऑल्सो. पहले क्या होता था, बैठ के बात करते थे लोग. अभी क्या है, एक ही फैमिली में 4 लोग भी बैठे हैं तो वो अपने अपने मोबाइल पे लगे हुए हैं.
Right, sir.
So somehow we need to find a middle way where we should find a balance how to make it work. And it is required, it is need of the hour. So technology and human touch both are required.
So, sir, next question. As someone who has worked globally, what difference do you see in how countries approach early education?
The early education, in my book what I have written, like the rebuilding India from its roots. This is the title of my book. I mentioned how different countries like Singapore and European countries, how they implemented early education and what are their emphasis on early education. For example,
Right.
Denmark they do not send the kids to schools till 8 years. 8 साल तक बच्चे को नहीं भेजते हैं वो, है ना? क्यों? क्योंकि अगर आप देखो अपने एंशियंट इंडिया में भी ये कल्चर था, 8 साल के बाद वो गुरुकुल में जाता था. Why was that? क्योंकि early 8 years, as I told, it's very very important, formative years. शुरू के 8 साल में बच्चे ने जो सीखा, जो देखा, जो सुना, जो रिपीट किया, वो उसकी फाउंडेशन बन जाता है. इसीलिए इंडियन सिस्टम मैं बहुत अप्रिशिएट करता हूँ. एंशियंट सिस्टम वाज वेरी वेरी साइंटिफिकली डिजाइंड. सुनार का बेटा सुनार, लोहार का बेटा लोहार. क्यों? क्योंकि वो जिस एनवायरनमेंट में पल बढ़ रहा है उसकी फाउंडेशन बन गई. ब्राह्मण का बेटा ब्राह्मण, वो चैंटिंग सुन के पैदा हो रहा है, तो वो बड़ा हो रहा है, पैदा हुआ उस फैमिली में, तो वो इजीली उस माहौल में बन जाता था. तो उसको उनको बड़ा सिंप्लीफाई कर दिया था उन्होंने. भाई जिस माहौल में आप पल के बड़े हुए उसी की एजुकेशन लेते थे और आगे एक्सेल करते थे. इसीलिए अब देखो ना, इंडिया में दैट टाइम सो मेनी बिग इन्वेंशन हैपेंड एट दैट टाइम. या
Right. So, sir, my next question: what role has mentorship played in your own journey, and how important is it for students to seek mentors?
very very important, very very important, especially my entrepreneurial journey. What has happened, I come from a मिडिल क्लास बैकग्राउंड एंड आई एम फर्स्ट जनरेशन एंटरप्रेन्योर. मेरी फैमिली में किसी ने बिजनेस नहीं किया, किसी ने भी बिजनेस नहीं किया. तो माय आइडिया वाज, एंड बीइंग ए टेक्निकल पर्सन, आई थॉट my idea of business was just to, okay, if I can create a product, that was business meant to me, right? लेकिन business के ना मल्टी डायमेंशनल एंगल्स हैं, है ना? business is not only creating a product, it is just 20% of the whole business. So you need to learn how to market that product, how to sell it, then you need to understand finance, you need to understand different aspect of business, put it together, how to make it an engine that can create profitable profit every month, right? Or quarter on quarter or year on year. So this whole system we should learn, and mentorship is definitely required there. So we should. I also personally took a lot of coaching initially to learn how to do business in a effective manner, how to automate things, how to create organizational structure, all those things. So all is important. And for student, you should have someone who can guide you, because entrepreneurship is a journey of walking into uncertainty. There is uncertainty at every step, and then there is a fear also within. ओके यार, ये मेरे को कर रहा हूँ, इसमें मैं फेल होऊंगा कि मतलब ये काम करेगी कि नहीं करेगी. फॉर एग्जाम्पल मार्केटिंग. मार्केटिंग इन बिजनेस इज द मोस्ट, आई थिंक, समथिंग विच नीड लॉट ऑफ मनी एंड मोस्ट रिस्की अफेयर. आपने कोई कॉन्सेप्ट बनाया, मार्केट में दिया, नहीं चला तो आपका पैसा खत्म है वहीं पे. समझ पा रहे हो? तो
Yes, sir.
mentorship is required. There should be someone, if in the same field, that is great. If from the other field also, they can guide you, like what to do, what not to do. For example, today also 80% of MSME owners, if you see, go out and see, they don't know about their monthly profitability. They don't even calculate. There is no system at all. Forget about system, right? So being a successful entrepreneur, you must uh, get everything in place in your business, and you definitely need mentors for that, coaches for that.
Right, sir. So, sir, my next question is: as the author of Early Learning Facts, what is one key message you want parents and educators to remember?
I think every parent should remember that the child early years are very, very important. If you want to create a strong, tall building, the foundation of that building should be very strong. Otherwise, you cannot create a strong building. And this is the most ignored part in Indian culture. वो बोलते हैं ना, अभी तो बच्चा है, अभी पढ़ा के क्या करेगा, राइट? पढ़ाई का मतलब मैं वो नहीं कह रहा हूँ कि ट्रेडिशनल पढ़ाई कर रहा हूँ, नहीं. They should understand how the brain formation happens, how the multisensory stimulation of brain helps, and how it helps them to create a strong foundation, whether it is analytical development or moral development, character formation, हाँ, visualization, है ना. सब बच्चे को अपना अपना एक स्किल है. ब्रेन का फॉर्मेशन जैसा होता है वैसी वो स्किल डेवलप हो जाती है. तो स्किल
Yes.
डेवलपमेंट वर्सेस ब्रेन फॉर्मेशन वर्सेस द टूल एंड टेक्निक्स, that is the most ignored aspect in Indian scenario specifically. बाहर मैंने देखा है, बाहर अवेयर हैं लोग, उनको पता है कि किसी टूल को मैं बच्चों को दे रहा हूँ, बच्चा उसको एक्सप्लोर कर रहा है, बच्चा उसको देख रहा है, तो उसका ब्रेन पे क्या इम्पैक्ट है, बच्चे की कौन सी स्किल को डेवलप कर रहा है. इंडिया में वो
Yes.
थोड़ा सा अवेयरनेस बढ़ाने की जरूरत है. सो डू नॉट थिंक. आप, मैं बोलता हूँ, अपना किसी भी पेरेंट को जिनके बच्चे 3 से 6 साल के हैं, उनसे पूछोगे ना, भाई तो प्री स्कूल क्यों भेजता है, I can tell you 80% of them don't know about it. I sometimes do parenting session, and the first question I ask, why do you send your kids to schools? And they said, they don't know. They say that others are also sending, that is why we are also sending.
Right.
That education is missing. The brain early years education is missing.
Right. Sir, so my next question is, how do you stay updated and keep innovating in such a fast evolving world of education and technology?
Nowadays, ChatGPT.
Right, sir. Okay, sir, my next question is, many startups fail in their early years. What strategies help to you sustain and grow T3 over time?
See, I think it's a combination of your luck also sometime, not always technology or something. It is your time also that favors you. In my case, God has been kind with me, so I got the right thing at the right time. There are ups and downs. There was a time when I started initial 3 years, it was like I end up losing all my hard earned savings into business. I took loans also. There was a scenario जहाँ पर मेरे को initial 3 years में बहुत ज़्यादा लोन हो गया था, and I thought why I started this. That time, right thing happened at the right time, and this is the scenario which I think most of the entrepreneur faces in the first 3 years. It is said that if you can survive in the first 3 years, you can survive. Then if you can survive in the next 5 years, you can go. And then if you can cross that time also, so then you can thrive, you can expand and like that. So timing and your visualization helps a lot. Your manifestation helps a lot. Your spiritual strength helps a lot. And I would say your intuitive ability helps a lot.
Okay, sir. So my next question is, what is your vision for T3 Group in the next 5 years?
In next 5 years, we want to continue transforming the lives of millions of people through different technology solutions into education and wellness. So we want to grow into 5 more countries. And my vision is to serve as many as people on this planet with the education. So with the
Yes.
purpose of happy, healthy, and educated world, this is what we work in T3.
Okay, sir. So, sir, how do you see AI and digital tools shaping the future of education technology? Products like SmartSpeak and Zentora?
See, AI tools, I think it's a very tricky question. I see sometimes it's a scary thing also for education. No, the
Right.
way it is. But if I see the early learning space, Zentora and other platform what we created, because it is screen free, and the early years we always avoid screens to the kids.
Right.
So I don't see much impact. But yes, AI tools are going to change a lot of things in education technologies. So I think it is how we use it and how we control, and what we can say, there should be some policy also regarding it. Otherwise, it looks scary sometimes.
So my next question is, how can we as students contribute to transforming India's education system from its roots?
A student can always contribute into different manner. You can first of all be a good student, good learner, and then you can contribute it back. You can teach, you can do some voluntary initiative also with some organization, working with the root level mm, villages or root level education system, right? So
Yes.
this is how you can contribute, always contribute.
Okay, so my last question is, so what advice would you give to DSPR students to make the most of opportunities like today's session?
See, if you want to be an entrepreneur, all the students of DSPR, DSPSR, right? If you
Yes,
want
sir.
to be into this journey, welcome and all the best, and start as early as possible. Work on your idea, create your niche. Early hours, again, I will say early hours are important. सुबह सुबह उठ के काम करो अपने आइडिया पे, सुबह सुबह उठ के अपने आइडिया पे काम करो, देखो कि क्या आइडिया जा रहा है, पेन एंड पेपर पे उसको क्रिस्टल क्लियर करो, एंड देन क्रिएट। और डू नॉट डू नॉट गेट स्केर्ड, डरो मत, डरना, fear is the biggest obstacle in entrepreneurial journey. Do not work, do not operate from scarcity level. Just just go and do it. जितना ज्यादा हम शुरू में एक्सपेरिमेंट करेंगे, जितना ज्यादा हम फॉर एग्जांपल इनिशियल स्टेजेस पे फेलियर को
Right.
फेस करके ओवरकम करना सीख जाएंगे, उतना बाद में जाके आपको आसानी होगी, है ना? वो स्केर्सिटी से शुरू ही नहीं करेंगे ना, तो प्रॉब्लम
Right.
है ना? अभी यू हैव नथिंग टू लूज, राइट? आई स्टार्टेड माय जर्नी व्हेन आई वाज 35, फादर ऑफ 2 kids. The whole family responsibility was there on my shoulder. So at that stage, if I can do it, I think you all can do it. So this is with this wording, I should say all the best to all of you and good luck.
Yes, sir. So that's all from my side, sir. Now, if anyone from the participant have any question, can ask.
Very good evening, sir. Sir, I have a question. What qualities or skill you are looking for in a student if you would like to hire some students from our college for BBA, BCom, and BCA students?
Sir, you are on mute.
Am I audible now?
Yes,
Is it?
no, you are audible.
Yeah.
I
I'm
was mute. I was mute. Okay.
okay. Okay.
BBA student should be, if I like to go for a BBA student, I think they should be well informed, should be able to use AI tools for creating effective, marketing and technology funnels. Nowadays, if you learn more tools, how to create the complete funnel becomes very easy. one person can create the whole marketing funnel and can execute it. This is the time. आज से कुछ साल पहले मेरे को सपोज कोई मार्केटिंग कैंपेन क्रिएट करनी है, उसके लिए हमें जितना टाइम और रिसोर्सेज लगते थे, आज कम टाइम में बेटर आपको रिजल्ट मिल जाते हैं. तो लर्न एआई टूल्स और एआई का टूल यूज करके डू सम पायलट कैंपेन्स. ऑल द बीबीए स्टूडेंट्स. व्हाट एल्स? और कौन से आपके स्टूडेंट्स हैं? बीसीए.
Yes, sir. BCom honors and BCA.
I think AI tool is must for everyone nowadays.
Okay, sir. Thanks a lot. This is all about.
Thank you.
Thank you, Priya. Thank you, sir.
Thank you, everyone.
We are truly grateful for the presence of our distinguished speaker, Mr. Atul Saini sir, who has joined us to share his wisdom and experiences. On behalf of DSPSR, I sincerely thank you, sir, for being with us today, and our moderator, Ms. Priya Goyal, for conducting the session gracefully. My gratitude also goes to our respected discipline dignitaries, faculty members, and fellow students for making this event possible. Thank you all and wishing everyone an insightful and enriching session ahead. Thank you.
Thank you, everyone. Thank you very much for
Thank
the
you, sir.
opportunity. And I
Thank
wish
you so much,
all
sir.
the best to
Thank you so
DSPR
much.
efforts. Thank you.